We're back and we're going to be talking about 2022 trends that I'm actually following this year, ones that I think are really easy to include into your wardrobe and what I personally have been loving. I did actually make a Pinterest board technically for this video, so I will link it down below. The first 2022 trend that I love are clothes with holes in it. Yeah. Layering was such a trend in 2021 and I feel like people are just ramping it up even more this year, and clothes with holes in it is such an easy way to layer and have fun with what you're wearing and also keep it trendy. For example, the shrug that I'm wearing is by Gina Corriere. She does a lot of pieces like this. I talk about this piece and you guys see it a lot on my socials because I love it. I've been loving the fishnet knit like this where you can really see what's going on underneath. And surprise, surprise, my Racer Worldwide jumper, of course I'm going to mention this. This is the perfect piece for layering because it's perfect all year round. You can layer so much or nothing underneath and it will always look effortless, and they do them in two different colorways. I absolutely love the beige one and I've been trying to thrift a beige version. If you watched my Come Thrift With Me, you would have seen that I found like a really similar one, but it just wasn't quite right, but I'm still on the hunt to find a similar one of those. I love this trend because it's so easy to do and it's very like DIY inspired. The messier the better, the frayed the better. You can just thrift a big whole knit jumper and cut it up to how you want it. You can make sleeves, you can make a top like this, you can make it really cropped, really long. Amanda at 90 Monka does this so well. I feel like she really comes to mind when I think of that kind of style. I love it in traditional knit fabric, also mohair. Mohair in itself is a trend that I'm really into. I don't really think I have anything mohair. And most of the stuff I see is kind of expensive and I'm trying to keep my budget on clothes down at the moment, but I've been seeing some amazing ones like Limnick always knits with mohair. Like Freya McKay, she does the whole style in a different way where she's doing more like whole cutout, which in itself is sick. I just feel like this trend is really good because you can find something that works for you, because also Knee High, they do a bunch of knit hole pieces, but specifically their shapewear as well. That is a kind of different take on the whole clothes with holes in it trend. It's a lot more flattering as it's shapewear, so it's really like body hugging. They keep plugging this bodysuit version of their thingy. Oh my god, if any of you watching like have an ear to the ground with Knee High and know when this may be coming out, please let me know. I really need this bodysuit in my life. Like, it's literally calling to me. Like, it speaks to me on a spiritual level. So can we just like all kind of come together and make this happen, please? Thank you. The second 2022 trend is headphones. Everybody's on this trend and I'm loving it. I think they are the perfect accessory. They're practical because you can obviously listen to music on the go. They keep your ears warm in this cold weather and they also just look good. I love the Marshalls ones. I do really like the Apple ones, but I think they're like £500 or something. No way. I have a pair of blue Sony ones. I think they cost 20 quid, 25 quid, so a lot more budget friendly. I don't think they look as good as like the silvery kind of space age but kind of retro looking ones, but they kind of do for the moment. But annoyingly, I left them in London. I don't even have them here with me. I haven't been able to wear them at the moment, which is killing me. Also in that same category, we have wire headphones. How could I not talk about this? They're coming back. Some people are aware of this. Some people are like, what do you mean? How can they be in fashion? Like, they're just headphones. But they literally are. Kim Kardashian was posting a selfie with them. A lot of AirPod people are getting back into the wire headphones. Me personally, have always been into wire headphones. I'm really happy to see that people are like campaigning for them to come back. And I feel like I've seen a lot of outfits on TikTok where girls have like the complete distressed outfits with like knit, super layered, everything's asymmetrical, and then they have like the white wire earbuds hanging down, and it just works, it just flows. And everyone's probably got a pair of wire headphones hanging around somewhere if they don't already use them, so I feel like they're a very like easy trend to start to get onto. Caps. I cannot be the only person that has been seeing more people wear caps, like flap caps, like old granddad, like in a way the kind of Tommy Shelby vibe, but then also Ryan from High School Musical, that kind of like early 2000s. I feel like it's very Disney Channel original movie, someone wearing a flat cap, and I think they're sick. Courtney Mohair and Ruby Lynn really remind me of this trend and I think they rock it. I found a bunch on Depop and Vinted. I'm just trying to work out what's the best one to go for. Do I get one with like a plaid pattern or like a stripe or something, or do I get one that's more plain and like easy to style? I'm not really sure. Continuing on from that thought, cartoon icon style beanies. Beanies with some big bold, maybe it's one letter, maybe it's a star, maybe it's a skull, something like that. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of that. They're probably, most of them are like true thrifted pieces from the 2000s. I feel like they were very like little boy and girl section pieces, like those type of beanies, so I bet they would be quite easy to find on Vinted and eBay. I really want to find a star print beanie somewhere, and if I don't find one, I think I'm just going to DIY a star out of fabric onto a beanie that I already have. But you guys know I love beanies. I feel like they are very in fashion all the time, but particularly that sort of cartoon like iconography, I feel like I've been seeing that quite a bit. Kilts. People are wearing them, they really are, and the person that really made me want to hop onto this trend is of course Amanda. She wears them a lot and she raves about how everyone needs a kilt in their wardrobe, and I really took that advice. I went thrifting the other day and I found this green and black tartan one. I'm yet to try it on. I don't really know if it's going to work because it's not a proper kilt. It's kind of like halfway there to being a kilt. It could look terrible, I'm really not sure, but you can see the thought process here with that classic tartan, super long skirts. I think they look really good with boots, chunky trainers, that kind of thing. I think even if you were wearing like clogs, like Birkenstock clogs, they would probably work too. I think they're good for like the colder seasons. They'll be really fun in summer, I think, to style with like a baby tee or like a really dainty cami or something. I see that really working, like a lacy top and like a long kilt. Hopefully we're going to see more people get into kilts this year, and I'm still going to look out at the charity shops one with maybe like some more buckle details, some nice hardware or something, as I think that will be like a little bit more interesting than the one that I thrifted. This one I was seeing around already and I wasn't really that fussed by, and then Lady Ozark talked about it in her version of this video, and it's boots with everything, particularly boots with really short mini skirts and shorts. Limnick is doing this at the moment. I feel like everywhere on Pinterest I'm seeing pictures of her long boots with some shorts or something like that. I think it is really the year of the boot. I mean, boots are kind of always in, let's be real, but for me personally, in my personal wardrobe, I want it to be the year of boots. I really want to get into boots this year and like start loving them in my wardrobe, especially with shorts. I really want to experiment with that when it gets a lot warmer. I think Lucy McFadden does this really well. This one's kind of weird to explain, but jumpers slash jackets with gilets and jumpers combined. I have this jacket that I featured in my last haul, and that is exactly what I'm thinking of. I saw loads of that kind of style on Depop and Pinterest, and I knew I really wanted to find one. I think they just look really cool. Again, it's layering, isn't it? But it's all within the same piece, so it looks way more cohesive, and it's like just one piece, so it's a bit easier to like style and stuff. I love the long cable knit jumper style that we're seeing at the moment, and I think just adding that layer is really nice. A lot of them come up quite high as well. I think it's quite a flattering neckline. I just think they're a really cool piece to add to your wardrobe, and I've been really loving wearing mine. I'll put the vintage seller's name on screen so you guys can go check them out. Maybe they're selling similar ones. Okay, talking about skirts again, long skirts. Cargo skirts, denim skirts, just generally like cotton fabric skirts, long skirts. They're everywhere at the moment, especially all year round. In winter with like some snow boots, with Uggs, with boots, and you can find cuts, colours, fabrics that really suit your style and your budget and like what is around you. Like they are so easy to thrift as well, even quite easy to DIY if you want to like sew one skirt onto another to make it longer and stuff. So I think it's a fun trend, and I'm excited to see what brands and new fun styles and patterns and all of that come out this year, because I do personally see it as a trend. And why am I so passionate about skirts? Like, I'm just like campaigning for skirts. Like, okay, we get it. Obviously fluff. Fluff in every possible way has been in the last like 6 months. The fluffy headbands, those like big kind of like Russian inspired ones, to like the classic fluffy kind of like ice skating, ice princess kind of thing. We've got the big fluffy mittens that Knee-High did and all of that kind of stuff. And then of course we have fluffy boots. You can't escape it. Whether or not you like these like big Yeti boots, they're everywhere and they're so cool in my personal opinion. Tegan has these blue fluffy ones. I think they may be Miu, I'm not sure, but I absolutely love them. I think they're sick. I think they're such a good way of keeping warm in the winter, being stylish, and then also it means that you can wear skirts and dresses in the colder months. Sadly, I don't have any super fluffy ones, but I did find these ones on Depop. They were 20 quid. I like that I found these because I feel like they're a good middle ground of the trend. Like they've got the fur and they've got the whole you are like on a ski trip kind of like snow boot feel about them, but they're also not too in your face, that if that trend like crashes and dies and I never want to be seen participating in like fluffy boots, I think these would still be fine. And because they've got the classic like North Face wiggle, they remind me of those North Face like slipper clogs or whatever that I'm seeing everywhere that I actually think are pretty sick. Also within that whole fluff section, we've got to talk about earmuffs. They are everywhere at the moment. I be seeing so many girls out on the street rocking earmuffs. You can get the big fluffy ones. I love the big fluffy white ones, but you can also get like the more skinnier ones, which are the UGG versions. The UGG ones are so nice because they've got that fur trim. That's kind of like a nice middle ground, like it's not too in your face. And everyone knows that they're UGG, UGGs are a respected brand at the moment. Everyone be loving UGGs. The UGGs are really here. They're really thriving. I feel like everyone's very aware of this. Personally, I love it, and the amount of times I've come close to buying a pair of UGGs is crazy. They're just a really nice, easy shoe to throw on. The next section is sleeves and cutout tops. Literally what I'm wearing right now. It's everywhere. So many small brands are doing pieces like this, again in all different fabrics. Yes, we have a lot in knit. We also have just general fabric ones. It's the year of wanting to experiment with layering for me, and I feel like these tops make you do that so easily because you literally get to see all parts of the outfit at the same time. And I really love ones that go down super long on your hands, so you can do like the thumb holes, which you guys know I love. My teriyaki sleeves as well, they are killing it with like the chunky knit sleeves. I think it's just super fun. In Peachy Den's new drop, they've just come out with one like this. It's extortionate. May I just put that out there into the universe. I think it's like £70 or something like that for just a strip of fabric, and it's just like plain cotton, like it's not knit or anything. And I'm like, what the actual hell? Why is it so expensive? And then also Offcut Studios, they're coming out with some amazing printed pieces like that. Like honestly, it's just iconic. Like that paired with like a spaghetti strap top. I think it's really nice to wear these type of pieces where you have some skin and then the top, so camis and like bikini tops for nights out, dresses like that, spaghetti strap pieces, boob tubes. I think they always just look really good when you have that break from like fabric, skin, fabric. And again, it's all layering, it's having fun and like seeing what textures and colors you can mix. This trend is so accessible through DIY, which I love. I did this in a previous lookbook where I turned like this plain orange waffle knit into the cutout top. It was so easy to do. To be honest, I don't really gravitate towards wearing it that much in my wardrobe. I think that's because of the color of it, but I wear this version of it and my teriyaki sleeves so much, so I know that it's like a really handy piece to have in your wardrobe. And then I did this with this cashmere turtleneck that was like a hand-me-down from my mum's that I was just never wearing. To be honest, again, I don't really wear this that much. Maybe it's because of the turtleneck, maybe I should try and cut that off, but this was very like Isabella Rana inspired. And it's just a really nice way of upcycling jumpers that you are just not gravitating towards. The next trend is ties. Like I did a whole tie video and I'm still seeing them everywhere. I think they are still so fun to do. More like mainstream influencers and like fashion girls all getting onto ties as well. I think they are just going to be even more popular this year, which is really exciting to see because I still feel like they're kind of hard to wear. So I'm excited to see how other people wear it, just to get more inspiration. I really want to find some actually wearable looks, like go-to tie looks in my head for me to wear them, because I've got some gorgeous ties and I'm just like not doing it justice. I feel like I want to do a part 2 to that video that I did where I actually show you guys some like more like realistic ones that I personally am wearing. The last 2022 trend that I'm definitely going to be including in my wardrobe this year is fingerless gloves. I feel like they have been around for a while though, but it seems like everyone's got a pair in their wardrobe, which is really nice to see. I genuinely love them. I think you can get some really fun ones to suit your style, and even like longer sleeves if you're into that as well. If there are any other trends that you think I would enjoy styling that I missed out on this video, please let me know in the comments below, as well as the Pinterest board that will be linked in the description for you guys to go check out if you want. Follow my Pinterest. I'm literally on there all the time and it's where I get like 90% of my fashion inspiration, I would probably say. Also follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Depop to keep up with me, and subscribe down below if you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for all that love.